This is our Terminator. It's our latest repair tool. It allows you to multitask and do other things while it's running the repair cycle. So the first thing you're going to do is set up your inspection mirror so you can see the brake. And then you're going to want to clean around it to make sure that your cup's going to stick. So you're going to cover up the brake. Make sure no contaminants get inside of it. You don't want to spray the glass cleaner in it. Keep the moisture out of it. Then you're going to take your probe and probe out all the loose glass and debris to make sure your finished product is a good repair. Once you get all the loose glass out of it, you want to make sure to brush all the contaminants out of the repair area. And then the next step is you want to apply your UV shield so your resin doesn't prematurely cure. So you're going to set your UV shield centered over the brake, and that's going to act as a guide while you're putting your bridge in place. So once you have your UV shield in place, you're going to put your bridge on. You always want to make sure that your injector and your outriggers are above your suction cup so that way it doesn't put pressure on the brake while you're putting it on. So you set your cup on, center it, and you pump it down. With this bridge, it allows you to make small adjustments, so you can start screwing down your injector to get it close to the glass. If you have to adjust it, you just untighten the center thumb screw and you can move it around to make your final adjustments. Tighten it down in place. You're going to screw the injector down till you start seeing the green ring appear around the seal, and then you use your outriggers to balance the injector to make sure you have the same pressure all the way around it with the O-ring. So once you have your bridge set up, now we're going to put the resin in. So you unscrew the fill cap, and depending on the size of the repair, it could take anywhere from 3 to 8 drops. You can use as much or as little as needed for it, depending if it is a large bullseye or a star brake or anything else. So you're just going to put some drops in the injector port. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go with 4 for this one. Then you're going to screw the fill cap back in place. And then we'll go ahead and connect the hose to the bridge. And then you're also going to connect it to the repair unit itself. And then you're just going to push the power button on top and it's going to turn itself on. You wait for it to power up. And then you can select the type of brake, whether you have a star brake or a bullseye, or if you want to do a quick express cycle. So with this, we're doing a bullseye. So once you do that, you're just going to push the start button and it's going to start going through its cycle of vacuum and injection. It does all this for you, so while this is running, you can go on and continue if you're doing a door glass or if you're doing anything else. CSRs can go out in the shop and set this up and do it, go back to answering calls, and then come back out when it's finished and just put the cure light on, as we will here in a moment. So now that the repair cycle is done, we're going to go ahead and take the bridge off and cure it. So we'll remove the hose. I always like to have a paper towel ready so that way when we take the bridge off, any extra resin we can pick up and it won't drip down onto the wipers or get on any paint or anything. So wipe off any excess resin. Then we're going to take our pit filler and just put 1 drop of pit filler on top. And then we're going to have our Mylar square that's going to hold that in place. When you're putting these on, you don't want to press them down, you just set them in place and it'll hold the resin there. And then we'll go ahead and put the light on. This is a rechargeable UV light that comes with it. So you put the light on, turn the switch on, and it's going to run for its 55-second cycle, and then it's going to turn off when it's done. So now that the curing light's turned off, we'll go ahead and remove the light. And then we're going to remove the Mylar square, and when you're scraping pit filler off, you always want to do it with the blade perpendicular to the glass. And that's so you don't dig the resin out of the pit while you're scraping it off. This will just scrape it flush so the wipers don't get stuck on it. we'll go ahead and wipe off the, and we'll use that pit polish to polish the final pit. We just put a little bit on, and then you can use your finger and or a paper towel. And we're just trying to get that pit polish to match the reflection of the glass so it doesn't stand out as much. And then once that is done, you can remove your mirror and your repair is finished.